Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
After all said and done, the challenges facing the All Progressive Congress APC, the ruling party in Nigeria, has worsened. In fact, a faction known as the Reformed All Progressive Congress, RAPC, has emerged. And some are of the opinion that the environment is getting more and more exciting, at least politically. 2019, here we come. Hello there, many thanks indeed for joining us. You're watching the EOM Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Today on the program, as always, our conversation is a focus on the Nigerian economy from the perspective of industry operators as they speak about their businesses in relation to the operating environment. On the lineup is a continuation of the celebration of Chief Michael Adeojo, Chairman Elizabeth Group of Companies. On Spot On is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Morgan Capital Group, Adeyemi Olumuyiwa. And on the face-to-face is the new Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe. But first, the business news. Let us start with financial matters. The importance of the banking and finance industry in any modern economy cannot be overemphasized. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Skystone Capital and Investment Limited, Ola Olabinjo, spoke to EOM Business Network News on the banking industry in Nigeria.
The banking industry in Nigeria has been an industry that has benefited immensely over the last 30 years or more from the imperfections in the Nigerian macroeconomic setting. So the industry has benefited largely from the rent that the imperfections has created, from the import license to the capital market rent to the foreign exchange rent, and then to the one last year, which is the fixed income rents that the economy created. So really, we're in a system where you've had over 3 decades of persistent cyclical rent being made available to banks. The incentive really to do proper and heavy financial intermediation is very low. There were no incentive to train people on critical areas that would benefit the customers in terms of credits and intermediation.
And to the celebration of a good fellow. Principal partner of Oak Surveys Limited, Savio Kolade Kazim, FNIS, was recently conferred as a fellow of the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors. Senior partner of the firm, Olugbenga Alda, congratulated him on this great feat.
Well, I feel happy, very, very happy, because he's a very good man, he's a very good boss, and he has high knowledge of surveying profession, and aside that, he has trained lots of people in the field of surveying. So I believe it's a well-deserved accolade to him. I didn't know him from anywhere, and he just took me in, and he just didn't take me as somebody working with him. He took me like his own brother, his own family member, and since then I've been with him. Even after I got registered and, you know, I'll be able to perform, like, start my own company, and I was still like, no, this man has really helped me in this career. Why do I want to leave? Why can't I just stay and let's build the company together? And that's why I'm still here, and because he's humble and very nice.
Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Toyota Nigeria Limited, Kunle Adeojo, has revealed how the company has remained at the top in the Nigerian automobile industry.
The main thing that we do is to continuously see how we can improve ourselves. And every year we're constantly reviewing how we stand in the market against our competitors and looking for new ways of doing things, because the world is fast changing. I mean, if you go back 10 years ago, there were certain technological things. I don't think Uber was available 10 years ago, but you have Uber now. You take your phone and you can go anywhere. The internet was probably around, but it wasn't. YouTube and a lot of things were not available. Snapchat, Instagram. So the world is fast changing. And we as a company, if you don't evolve, then you die.
And that
Behold the symbol of evolving intellectual excellence in the African educational landscape. Welcome to Elizade University, located in the serene Ilaramoki, Ondo State, a conducive environment for fruitful learning experience, blended with the engaging contemporary architecture of top-class infrastructure. Elizade University, a first-class institution geared towards nurturing thoroughbred youths of internationally acceptable educational standard to impact their world. With the 5 established faculties of basic and applied sciences, engineering, social and management sciences, humanities and law, and over 25 fully accredited courses, with a vision to create a fresh generation of wholesome graduates who will change their world. Begin the journey to a greater future at Elizade University. Let's go higher.
the man, Chief Sir Michael Adeojo, officer of the Order of the Niger.
I thank God for helping me to attain that age, and I'm feeling good, health-wise and otherwise.
The man, Chief Sir Michael Adeojo, officer of the Order of the Niger.
We thank God that Chief Adeojo has been able to celebrate his 80th birthday as a human being, as a leader, as a visionary, but above all, as a God-fearing individual. To attain the age of 80 in the life of any human being is not a joke, particularly under the environment called Nigeria. So we thank God for that and we bless God. My relationship with Chief Michael Adeojo, alias Toyota, started as friend, developed into friendship and client-consultant relationship. But in the last 15 years or so, has metamorphosed into what I can regard as uncle-cousin relationship, as if we are from the same family. My first prayer to Chief Adeojo is that he, as a God-fearing person, has in his mind those things he has accomplished that he wants them to be sustainable, and those things that he still aspires to do while on earth. So I pray to God to let him be able to accomplish those two interrelated targets during his lifetime on earth.
Drive our ships to
Bode Adediji is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Surveillant Fire Limited.
We started this company actually about 20 years ago. That's around 1997, 98. But in the year 2005, we metamorphosed to a limited company. Surveillant Fire is a fire engineering company. We pride ourselves as fire engineers, and we do what other people don't do. And this company was born out of the passion for safety of life and property. And why did I develop passion? Because I see that there's a need to come into fore by bringing my passion into saving people's lives through protection against fire and security. Our vision concerning this organization is just to be the #1 fire engineering company in Africa, and our mission has been to follow it up through service delivery. Then integrity has been our watchword in delivering. Now, and our achievement so far in this organization has been that we've done quite a lot in terms of delivering quality service, especially to banking industry, oil and gas sectors, construction industries, manufacturing industries, to mention but few. Then when you look at most of the RIS buildings in Lagos, you will see our hands in it because we have done a lot of installation for most of the RIS buildings in Lagos. Because we discovered that most of the people living in the RIS building or working in the RIS building, they need to be properly protected in case there is fire incidents. Getting one extinguishers or two extinguishers is not the issue, but getting the right extinguishers is the issue. It's very funny and very comical when I see people selling fire extinguishers in the traffic, inside the hold up. All those fire extinguishers are ordinary fleet. They won't work because most of these extinguishers are just adulterated or fake extinguishers from nowhere. So people just go to China, go and bring in anything. They have turned Nigeria to a dump nation that they just dump anything into this country and then we do. And that is where we need the SON, the government agencies, to speed up their act by working very well. Most of these things is very funny. When I see them on the road and this thing pass through our port, where are the NAFDAC? Where are the Standard Organization of Nigeria? These are their products that are not approved, that we not even test. We not pass the test when they take them to the laboratory. We register with NAFDAC. The SON knows our products. When we come, we get our products certified before they come in. The product certificate is approved by SON before it is released for our foremen. Then the NAFDAC, when it comes, they take the sample, they test it. In fact, we allow them to test all our products to ensure, because these are products that are approved. In fact, what we want to do now, for your information, is that we're going to have stand now in most of the gas stations. So you can even buy good extinguishers at the gas stations. Because the gas stations, they will never sell fake products in their station. I will advise that every home must have fire extinguishers. When you have fire extinguisher at home, the fire might have started on the ground floor. While you are upstairs, you can use the fire extinguisher to escape when you operate it and put it on the sweeping position. You can use it to escape. Also with your blanket, you can use your blanket to cover your body and then escape the fire. How accessible is life and how cheap is life? When you know your life is not cheap and your life is very, very paramount to you and you don't want to die young. So what is that? Anybody can afford it. And if you have 1 or 2 or 3 in your house, it's not too big. People must have fire extinguisher by the generator. Most especially dry chemical powder. Nobody should dry chemical powder inside the house. And for the people that are asthmatic, it can aggravate the asthma. Then you need fire alarm detector, what you call the smoke detectors. If you cannot afford the electronic one, the one that you wire, you can afford the battery operated one, which is less than about 3,000 naira or 4,000. Between 0 and 3 minutes, fire becomes an invalid between 0 and 3 minutes. And when fire has grown up, you are not the one to fight the fire. Run for your dear life.
Adeyemi Olumoyiwa, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Morgan Capital Group.
Morgan Capital came on stream on a new name, Morgan Capital, in 2008. Before that time, a firm called Intercapital existed, and well, the owners of Intercapital at that point made up their mind to let go of the license, and Morgan came on board on stream, and we've run it ever since 2008 up until today. And I make bold to say that we've done pretty well. We've done really well over the years, as we are taking advantage of opportunities that presented itself. One key opportunity is the technological aspect of our business. We looked at the technology aspect of the business. So many other stockbroking firms felt we were jumping the gun, felt we were running beyond our strides. But now the story is different. I also make bold to say to you that on a weekly basis, Morgan features among the top 10 in terms of volumes. You know, that's an achievement that the stockbroking firms under banks have not been able to achieve. And so, for me, Morgan has done well, and the space is still available for us to do better. The mission statement, we said we should lead the global investment path to Africa. We want Morgan to be like the gateway to all investment into Africa. In terms of investment banking business, stockbroking business, they will not have any other institution to speak with but Morgan Capital. That's our mission statement. For our vision, we want to be the most reputable indigenous investment banking firm in Africa. We want to just be in the middle of it all, be in the middle of all the action, be the one interfacing, be the one intermediating in between the investments outside of Africa and then Africa. The future of every business hangs around technology. So we are taking advantage of the fact that technology provided itself at that time and got stuck to it. And I say to you, it has really helped market. Morgan Capital was one of the first 3 firms that introduced the online trading platform. The online trading platform for Morgan is called Folio, the iTrade Folio. And clients log in, it's real time, it's on time. It's the same thing that stockbrokers on the floor of the exchange will see, that our clients also will see. When all they need to do is just get a machine of this format, a laptop, an iPad, or an iPhone, and trades are done. And I tell you that their mandates hit the market. It is the exact thing that the broker will see that the clients will also also see, and no influences from any quarters. For example, the BVN that was introduced some two years ago, before now that didn't exist. So you could see individuals, businessmen have like 4 or 5 accounts that could be used for some funny uses, but now it's narrowed down. A BVN that is allocated to you is just for you. So whatever accounts you have is all interlinked. That's one. Then two, that we've had some tax holidays for some businesses. For me, the policies would work and would work, but the infrastructural base of Nigeria is still a little is not there yet. Most business owner entrepreneurs, I say to you, I know how much we spend in terms of diesel consuming to generate power. It's a lot. When you look at the balance sheet at the end of the year, it's a lot.
Professor Oluwatoye Ogundipe is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos.
Well, I want to say that the University of Lagos started in 1962, October 1962, from the College of Medicine. And so far, the university has been able to identify itself as one of the best universities in Nigeria, and has been able to compete with other universities globally. The university introduced that so that our students, or the students that we are producing, can have the culture of excellence and the university culture. So what we do is that every year we give appointment to maximum of 2 from each of the departments, and in the establishment we have 5 maximum for the department over 2-3 years. So some of them, after doing their masters, are given the opportunity to go and do their PhD abroad. Now we have some of them in Canada, in the US, in UK, who are doing their PhD now. And presently we are working on some that want to go to France to do their PhD. So we are making good progress, and we have success story concerning that. If you talk about the infrastructure that we have in the University of Lagos, it's 80% in terms of health, in terms of power supply, but in terms of accommodation for students, we don't have enough. The total population of our undergraduate students, about 35,000, and we have accommodation for just about 8,000. We have best spaces for about 8,000. It's not enough, but we have people who are showing interest to build hostels for our students. Our postgraduate students are running to about 11,000. And you know, the total population of students, undergraduate, postgraduate, and part-time, the University of Lagos is over 55,000. We have central power supply system here in the University of Lagos, and also the infrastructure in terms of water supply. We are able to meet the demand in the University of Lagos. When I talk about the structures, you know, this is first generation university. Most of the structures are old. There is need for us to renovate. That is where we want government to assist us here in the University of Lagos. Apart from that, you know, we have lagoon on the other side of the campus, and this is the only university with that type of opportunity. But at the same time, there is need for the government to assist us, not only to reclaim part of the land, but to able to help us to restore the one that we have been able to claim before, just like by the lagoon. If you look at the lagoon side now, the fence there, the retention wall is giving way, and it's a lot of money. So we need assistance concerning that, and in terms of developing this university, taking it to the next level, The alumni association, they are doing something about it, but we are still asking them to do more for us, and the Office of Advancement too, looking for people that can assist the university to put up new structures to meet the needs of the system and the needs to have a good university that can compete globally. When you say the standard is falling, what are the parameters that you are using? It is easy for people to say the educational sector is falling in Nigeria. You must tell me the parameters you are using. Because if you look at the exposure of the students we have now, it's more than the exposure that we had when we were in the university. Information that the students now they have is more than the information we had when we were in the university. So you have to put all those parameters into play before you arrive at that conclusion that the standard of education is falling.
What ends up happening is that used vehicles will always cannibalize on the sales of new vehicles. So unless government has a relook at, used vehicles, then we're going to be going around in circles.
And that's about all time we permit on this week's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you for spending your valued time with us. We hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to eomcoms.com and any of our other social portals, as you can see on the screen. A big thank you to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, we are charms. Oh yes, I remain Olorogu Elkanah Moare. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.